Hi, I'm Kelsea Peterson. I served with the Oregon Army National Guard for 8 years and 2 deployments. One in 2019 and one in 2022. I went to Qatar and Tunisia. Qatar was a security force deployment, and Tunisia was helping train the Tunisian military on field artillery. I loved my time in the service. It was great for me. There were some really hard moments, but I got so much out of the military. It paid for my school. It sent me to different places in the world. It connected me with the most amazing people I've ever met. But what stands out the most was probably the time I was struggling the most, which is why I ended up getting out of the military. I tried to kill myself on deployment, and I decided to tell my commander, because he was asking why I was acting unlike myself and disinterested. And I was so scared to tell him. I was so scared of what he would think, what they would do to me, how it would ruin my reputation, because my plan was to hide away and, try and make it so nobody would even find me or know what I had done. We were in Tunisia, and I just look up at him and tell him I'm acting disinterested, because I want to die. And I think the moment stands out to me so much because he just hugged me and said I was going to be okay and that he was going to get me help, and that's exactly what they did. And they sent me to rehab, and they never made me feel shameful or guilty or anything that I had assumed would be the case. They just saved my life. I needed rehab. I got the help I needed, and I'm living a completely different life now than I ever thought was imaginable. A lot of the work I do right now with the mental health, addiction work, and working with veterans is finding the resources for them. It's out there. VMLC is a great example. They do a lot. The truth is that you're not alone. The truth is that there is light out there, and that that there's help, and that there's another way to live. Ask for it. I'm so glad I asked for it, because I would not be here today if I didn't ask. Whether you're in a crisis moment or not, it is so scary to ask for help, because you're basically admitting to not only yourself, but everyone around you, that you don't know how to do life. I wrote a book about my journey because I wanted to save one life. I wanted one person to read it and know that they weren't alone, and that there's another way to live, and that they do not need to take their own life. You feel so crazy, so alone, like the lost cause, but you're not. You're not. Thank you, VMLC, so much for asking me to be an honoree here. I feel like this isn't for me, it's for everybody who helped me survive and taught me how to live and gave me the courage to share my story and to help others.